Are you what?
Should be. Yep. So you joined us just in time. Wonderful.
I just got to watch her steal your chair on camera.
Should be. Really? Yep.
Oh, no, wait, she just thought about it. Seems to be working.
Cool. Alright. Well.
What are we starting with?
Well, we might as well start in the beginning,
We
right?
start in the center?
Yeah, just
pick a page.
Just read it backwards.
Like a manga.
Well, actually, no, because manga would just be forwards, but it's backwards to
But it's
us.
like
You're not reading it backwards.
childhood manga.
How?
I don't know.
No. Okay. We got the Brothers Grimm.
Which is a book of fairy tales.
Yeah, yes, very good.
Because some other people don't know that, apparently.
I didn't say people don't know what. Yeah, I did. And I meant it. I stick by it.
You did mean that. You
I
said
did.
people...
And I meant it, and I stuck by it.
You
I
said
don't-
people were dumb, uneducated idiots and have no idea what the Brothers Grimm is.
Did you say that?
I stand by it.
That's not what he said.
That's basically what I said.
I may have touched it up a little.
There's a little bit of embellishment, but it's fine.
It's fine. I stand by it. Still.
It's fine. I own it. It's whatever. Anyway, in this volume of the Brothers Grimm, we have 59 of the enduring tales from Jacob
So
and
close.
Wilhelm Grimm,
He should have wrote 10 more.
which have been essential bedtime stories for children worldwide for the better part of 2 centuries, and features all your favorites, including Hansel and Gretel, Cinderella, the Frog Prince, Rapunzel, Snow White, Rumpelstiltskin, and dozens more. Over 100 iconic illustrations by Arthur? I am dyslexic.
I do.
Is it
I,
R or
Arthur
U?
Rackman. It's an R.
I can't believe you wrote a book.
Damn.
Anyway, we can put the illustrations on screen after in the clips. Can't really show them live, though, I guess.
You get Jamie to pull it up.
You could.
Yeah,
You
we
could
need to-
just,
I'm
you could
telling
just
you, dude,
hop
we
out of
need
your
to-
chair, scurry up to the camera, and just
I
be like,
can.
here's what the pictures
Yeah, I
look
guess
like.
I can do that. Why not? Because we're not advanced yet. We have country bumpkin technology. All right. The first one is the Frog King or Iron Henry. We just start with them.
Yo, Iron Henry.
Yes.
That
We're
sounds
starting at the beginning, dude.
sounds pretty metal.
These
Let's
are
go.
pretty metal.
Iron Henry.
Do you want to read the introduction?
I think the name Henry doesn't sound very
Are we
well.
popcorn reading today?
Do you want a popcorn read?
It might be funny.
We can popcorn read. I'm just gonna hand it off at a certain point. Do we
You
want to
read-
read the introduction though?
We can do 3 stories, and each person reads a story.
All right, we can do that. Some of them might be longer though. We'll see how long it goes.
All right.
You got
But
an
again,
index?
yeah, I have an index.
Alright. You can figure out how long they are.
Oh, true. He's got a point.
He's got,
The
somebody-
Frog King is 6 pages. Cat and Mouse is 4 pages.
God
and
damn.
then, No, sorry. Yeah, no, that was right. 4 pages. And then the third story, the story of the youth who went forth to learn what fear was, is 10 pages. Or 12 pages. What, 10 pages?
6
11 pages.
6 plus
Final
4.
answer.
About being scared.
6 plus 4 plus 11.
That's a number.
21.
It's a number. Stay in school, kids.
It's I don't do math. I write books.
I barely do that. Again, am I reading the introduction or not?
Oh yeah, read the introduction.
Go for it.
The introduction is
Of course.
a lot.
Is it?
Yeah.
How many pages is the introduction?
What is a lot?
Is the introduction a good story?
It's not a story.
It's an introduction.
It's introduction to the
It's
book.
it's telling you what the book is, bro. It's an. Dare I say it's an introduction?
What a great description.
You're on another one already.
Yeah, it's on 2, dude.
Fuck, dude. All right, I know.
I'll just give you the general gist. Once upon a time, there were 2 brothers who set out on a journey and became famous.
Wait a minute.
What?
Is this the introduction?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wait, I thought you were starting Iron Henry, bro. I was
No,
like,
I'm
wait.
not starting Iron Henry. I'm
You
taking
said
this
you
dust
started
jacket
with
off, dude.
Once Upon a Time. That sounds like an introduction, but it sounds like an introduction to a story. And I did ask you if the introduction was a story, and you proceeded to tell me no.
I guess technically it's a story because all accounts of factual events are stories.
I didn't know it was going to be an account of factual events.
It's
That's
an
what I was
introduction
asking
to
you.
the book. And it is an introduction which is a brief story
Well, the
of
introduction.
how the book came to be
the
a book.
introduction could have been like, "Hey, yo, fairy tales."
Yeah, because... No. Jesus Christ. 2 brothers set out on a journey and became famous around the world for their magical stories. These 2 brothers, Jacob and Willem Grimm, who initially began gathering folktales out of desire to create social history for their beloved Germany, ended up essentially creating the fairy tale genre. See, you wouldn't have known that information if they were just like, here, fairy tales.
But that's basically what they said.
That's not
Just in more words.
more
It's-
descriptive words.
They said, "Boom, Germans made fairy tales."
Not-
Yeah, but descriptive is a descriptive word itself, so.
So it's Wilhelm and Wilhelm Grimm. They greatly contributed to the development of children's literature all through the deceptively simple act of storytelling. With ancient roots going back to the earliest civilizations, the fairy tale uses plain language and characters to communicate vital experiences that speak to what J.R.R. Tolkien famously termed the primordial human desires. When we worry that little red cat will succumb to the wolf's temptation, when we follow the path of breadcrumbs, hoping Hansel and Gretel will make it home safely, or when we marvel at Cinderella's transformation from rags to riches, we experience similar emotions and dream along with the many eager listeners who came before us. The essential Grimm's fairy tales contain their most beloved and most well-known stories from Rapunzel and Little Snow White to the Goose Girl and Rumpelstiltskin, as well as others, such as The Water of Life and Sweetheart Roland, which, while perhaps lesser known, are equally enchanting and representative of their remarkable body of work. I feel like that's a good place to stop, because then it's going to go into more information about the individuals.
The individual characters were going to be.
Of Jacob and Willem.
Ah, fuck Jacob and
Wow, dude! Aggressive! Because then it's like talking about who Jacob is born to. He was a lawyer, his dad was a lawyer, his wife was Dorothea Simmer. Jacob's
Lame,
career also...
dude.
Isn't
Okay,
this shit
alright.
usually left for, like, the end of the book? Like, the about the author section?
That would be about the author, but that's not who... It's not really the author, though, because these are weird, because they're just more stories that they collected and don't really have...
Oh. They just...
They went around collecting stories, and then boom. So these aren't really their stories. They didn't make them up.
But they're the ones that compiled them.
Yes. So they're not really the author.
So why would we
But if
learn
you
about
also do, like, let's think about any time, like, if you were to read the Iliad, there's always an introduction about Homer. Or if you do anything, I'd wager most books with Shakespeare are going to have, like, because it's always somebody that's, like, a translator. So you'll have in the beginning, they'll have a foreword, almost. If you do The Art of War, again, has an introduction that's basically like an overview of everything you're about to do. The introduction for Art of War is crazy, because it's like half the book.
What?
Yeah, the introduction for Art of War is insane.
How the fuck's that work?
Yeah.
It goes through a very
It's a
detailed...
hell of an intro. It sounds like a Metallica song.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like a good 6 minutes, but 60 pages. Because the Art of War, like, literally, it's like half the book is like the introduction, if I remember correctly. I remember it being ridiculously long, to the point where I wanted to skip it and just read the book. I was trying to force myself through it. Anyway.
Whoa. Okay. Alright.
Alright.
Well,
Well,
start the first story now. What's the
I
first
gotta
story?
find it. The first story is The Frog King, or Iron Henry.
Or?
Or.
It's just the same story, is what you mean. It just has two different titles.
Yeah,
Iron
that
Man.
is the title.
Iron Henry.
The
sounds
Frog King,
cool.
comma, or Iron Henry.
Iron Henry
I think
sounds
it's like the Frog King, aka Iron Henry.
Alright.
That's
Iron
basically how it
Henry's
goes. You want to read this first one? Or do you want me to read them all?
No, you read the first one.
I'll read the first one. Okay. The Frog King, or Iron Henry. In old times, when wishing still helped one, there lived a king whose daughters were all beautiful, but the youngest was so beautiful that the sun itself, which has seen so much, was astonished whenever it shone in her face. Close by the king's castle lay a great dark forest, and under an old lime tree in the forest was a well. And when the day was very warm, the king's child went out into the forest and sat down by the side of the cool fountain. And when she was dull, she took a golden ball and threw it up high and caught it. And this ball was her favorite plaything. Now it so happened that on one occasion the princess's golden ball did not fall into the little hand which she was holding up for it, but onto the ground beyond, and rolled straight into the water. The king's daughter followed it with her eyes, but it vanished, and the well was deep, so deep that the bottom could not be seen. On this she began to cry, and cried louder and louder, and could not be comforted. And thus she lamented. Someone said to her, "What ails thee, king's daughter? Thou weepest so that even a stone would show pity." She looked round to the side from whence the voice came, and saw a frog stretching forth its thick, ugly head from the water. "Ah, old water splasher, is it thou?" She said. I'm
Whoa. So back in the day, back in the olden times, we used to call. They didn't have names for frogs. They called them water splashers.
That sounds so derogatory.
No, I mean
It kind of does, yeah. It's like a slur for frogs.
water splasher.
Slur for a frog. Who was so pissed at a frog they just called it a water splash?
You fucking ribbeter, you.
You ribbiger.
You ribbiter.
Water splashing ribbeter.
Fucking water splashing ribbiter, you. What does that make us? Amphibious?
Amphibious.
Amphibious?
Oh no! Wait a minute.
Amphibiophobia.
Amphibiophobous.
Amphibious.
Amphoras.
It's gonna be frogs. Just be frogsist.
Frogsist. Water splasherist.
Mm.
"Ah, old water splasher, is it thou?" said she. "I am weeping for my golden ball, which has fallen into the well." "Be quiet, and do not weep," answered the frog. "I can help thee. But what wilt thou give me if I bring thy plaything up again?" "Whatever thou wilt have, dear frog," said she. "My clothes, my pearls, and jewels, even the golden crown which I am wearing."
I take the clothes.
"You're a sick fuck." The frog answered, "I do not care for thy clothes, thy pearls and jewels, or thy golden crown. But if thou wilt love me, and let me be thy companion and playfellow, and sit by thee at thy little table, and eat off thy golden plate, and drink out of thy little cup, and sleep in thy little bed, if thou wilt promise me this, I will go down below, and bring thee thy golden ball up again." "Oh yes," said she, "I promise thee all thou wishest, if thou wilt but bring my ball back again." She, however, thought, "How the silly frog does talk. He lives in the water with the other frogs and croaks, and can be no companion to any human being." But the frog, when he had received this promise, put his head into the water and sank down, and in short time came swimming up again with the ball in his mouth, and threw it on the grass. The king's daughter was delighted to see her pretty plaything once more, and picked it up and ran away with it. Wait, said the frog. "Take me with thee. I can't run as thou canst." But what did it avail him to scream his croak after her, as loudly as he could? She did not listen to it, but ran home and soon forgot the poor frog, who was forced to go back into his well again. The next day, when she had seated herself at the table with the king, and all the courtiers, and one was eating from her little golden plate, something came creeping, splish, splash, up the marble staircase, and when it had got to the top, it knocked on the door and cried, "Princess, young princess, open the door for me." She ran to see who was outside, but when she opened the door, there sat the frog in front of it. And then she slammed the door to, in great haste, sat down to dinner again, and was quite frightened. The king saw plainly that her heart was beating violently, and said, "My child, what art thou so afraid of? Is there perchance a giant outside who wants to carry thee away?" "Ah, no," she replied. "It is no giant, but a disgusting frog. What does the frog want with thee? Ah, dear father, yesterday when I was in the forest sitting by the well, playing, my golden ball fell into the water, and because I cried so, the frog brought it out again for me. And because he insisted so on it, I promised him he should be my companion. But I never thought he would be able to come out of the water. And now he is outside there, and he wants to come in with me. In the meantime, it knocked a second time and cried, Princess, youngest princess, open the door for me. Dost thou not know what thou saidst to me yesterday by the cool waters of the fountain? Princess, youngest princess, open the door for me. Then said the king, That which thou hast promised must thou perform. Go and let him in. She went and opened the door, and the frog hopped in and followed her, step by step to her chair. There he sat still and cried, Lift me up beside thee. She delayed, until at last the king commanded her to do it. When the frog was once in the chair, he wanted to be on the table. And when he was on the table, he said, Now push thy golden plate nearer to me, that we may eat together. She did this, but it was easy to see that she did not do it willingly. The frog enjoyed what he ate, but almost every mouthful she took choked her. At length he said, I have eaten and am satisfied. Now I am tired. Carry me to thy little room, and make thy little silken bed ready, and we will both lie down and go to sleep. The king's daughter began to cry, for she was afraid of the cold frog which she did not like to touch, and which was now to sleep in her pretty clean little bed. But the king grew angry and said, He who helped thee when thou wert in trouble, not afterwards to be despised by thee. So she took hold of the frog with 2 fingers, carried him upstairs, and put him in a corner. But when she was in bed, he crept to her and said, I am tired, and I want to sleep as well thou. Lift me up, or I will tell thy father. Then she was terribly angry, and took him up, and threw him with all her might against the wall. Now thou wilt be quiet, odious frog, said she. But when he fell down, he was no frog, but a king's son with beautiful kind eyes. He, by her father's will, was now her dearest companion and husband. Then he told her how he had been bewitched by a wicked witch, and how no one could have delivered him from the well but herself, and that tomorrow they would go together into his kingdom. Then they went to sleep, and next morning when the sun awoke them, a carriage came driving up with 8 white horses, which had white ostrich feathers on their heads, and were harnessed with golden chains, and behind stood the young king's servant, Faithful Henry. Faithful Henry had been so unhappy when his master was changed into a frog, that he had caused 3 iron bands to be laid round his heart, lest it should burst with grief and sadness. The carriage was to conduct the young king into his kingdom. Faithful Henry helped them both in place, and placed himself behind again, and was full of joy because of his deliverance. And when they had driven a part of the way, the king's son heard a cracking behind him as if something had broken. So he turned round and cried, Henry, the carriage is breaking. This is the little lady, the princess carrying the frog.
Oh, alright.
She's all
I see.
Ew,
Okay.
it's slimy.
Sounds like a woman.
this odious frog.
Well.
What does that look?
No.
I think that's what she said.
No, master, it is not the carriage. It is a band from my heart, which was put there in my great pain when you were a frog and imprisoned in the well. Again, and once again, while they were on their way, something cracked, and each time the king's son thought the carriage was breaking. But it was only the bands which were springing from the heart of faithful Henry, because his master was set free, and was happy.
Is that it? What the fuck was the moral of that story?
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering that too. So she helps Frog. Or, sorry,
The
the
frog
frog
helps
helps her. she is forced to help the frog against her will, basically. And then in the end, she's a fucking bitch and throws him against a goddamn wall.
And he morphs into a prince and takes them home, and they are then married and companions.
How the fuck?
You see, it sounds like she definitely got more out of this than he did. I mean, besides the fact that he, you know. I mean, she gets her ball, or whatever.
She gets her plaything.
And then she also gets, you know, royalty.
Yeah, but she's already royalty. She's a
Yeah, I
princess.
know, but now it's, you know, it's more royalty, I suppose.
I
don't know.
think that's where the Princess and the Frog comes from, if I were to wager.
I was
think
thinking...
that story's gonna turn me into a frog. I don't
Well, you
understand how
gotta understand, like, none of them are actually how you know them.
I'm not comparing it to anything I know. I want to know who the fuck made that story up and why. What was the point? You're just like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I threw this frog against the wall and it turned into a hot boy? What if it just turned
She
into
doesn't want it.
It turns into a hot young boy. If
See,
I
I thought
That's
frog at the
probably
wall.
think,
Michael
like-
Jackson's favorite one.
What the fuck, man?
Throwing frogs at the wall. Why are there so many dead frogs in your room? Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
experimenting.
You're just gonna start throwing amphibious creatures against the wall and see what happens?
Yeah.
You're a sick fuck. Don't do that.
Well, I mean, the princess and the frog was a man, so.
Because then she kisses the frog, and the frog becomes a prince.
Well, doesn't she become a frog first?
Maybe in the Disney movie.
I don't remember the Disney movie.
I never
Julia
seen the
made me
Disney
watch
movie.
it. All I remember is them floating down the bayou.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure the story that I know, the frog's bewitched, and then needs a kiss from a princess in order to become a real boy.
Yeah.
You've heard that one?
Yeah, and then
This one's a little more in depth.
this one's well, I don't know if I would call it in depth. It's a little aggressive to just be chucked at a wall, and it's like,
Well, it's
what
kind of
was
like
the spell? That's what I. What
it's
was
kind of like the difference between the original King Kong and then like the '76 King Kong. Because in the original King Kong takes a girl and she's all like, "The fuck away from me! It's a fucking gorilla." But in the '76 one, bro like had her in his palm, like put her underneath a waterfall to shower her, and they're all giggling and having fun and shit. You know, they just romanticized it for a different audience.
So wait,
That's what they did with the fairy tale.
was King Kong played by like some buff dude, like the Hulk was?
Well, the first one was stop motion.
Oh.
So that was there was a lot of like trickery where they get like frames of the film and they put it somewhere where the stop motion model, like where he's filming that.
Mm-hmm.
Then every time he moved the model, he would change the frame so that when you recorded it all together, it looked like whatever was going on down here is reacting to what's going on up here. But they were actually recorded separately. In the '76 one, they did have a guy in a suit. I don't know who the fuck he is, but they made him look pretty big, I guess. He was the biggest King Kong. Well, I guess he wasn't the biggest King Kong to date, but America. You know.
That's the fucking, like. I don't know how to describe it. How many King Kong films were there made?
A few.
Well, there's.
Was that the '76 one, like the first one that actually kind of looked good? No.
No. It looked alright. It had Jeff Bridges in it.
Yeah, he doesn't
It was
know who
okay.
Jeff Bridges
It
is.
looked
I do know who
okay.
Jeff Bridges is. Don't fucking
the
hit
Big
me with that
Lebowski.
shit, cunt.
Okay.
But anyways,
Try to get me like that.
I mean, they
I'm
made quite a
amazed
few
you know who
King
Jeff
Kong
Bridges is.
films. They had there was a '33 original. Then they made a sequel the same year called Son of Kong, which was actually not bad. I mean, it's not as good as the original King Kong. And then they made King Kong vs. Godzilla, and King Kong Escapes in Japan, and then they made '76
Wait, was
Kong.
it King Kong Skull Island? Is that the one I'm thinking
Kong
of?
Skull Island. That's the new one, the 2017 one.
Oh. What was the other one with Skull Island?
The Peter Jackson one, 2005 with Jack Black.
That's probably the one I'm thinking about.
Jack Black
Peter
and
Jackson did
Naomi
Kong.
Watts and I forget what the other guy's
Jack
name
Black?
is. Yeah, he was in
What did you
it.
say?
I said Peter Jackson did Kong.
Mhm.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it was after. Well, he was gonna do it before Lord of the Rings, but then he decided to do it after. Because he got offered it in like the 90s, I think. And he was gonna do it then, but then he decided to wait. A lot of interesting lore behind King Kong, honestly. Everyone thinks it's a metaphor for like the transatlantic slave trade and shit. Because the white man goes to a different land, finds a creature, you know, takes it back to the Americas against its will to make it do shit, like do a fucking Broadway show, and then it breaks out of its chains.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Metaphors, dude.
Literature. It's an
I don't
allegory.
think they
It's an
meant-
allegory.
I don't think they meant to do that.
Well, they
though.
might not have meant to do it, but it's just another way to
That's
view the
why
film.
it's theories.
Like, you ever seen Glorious Bastards when they're playing the card game, and he gets to the end of all his questions, and he's like, he said he's either the American Negro or King Kong.
No.
Because he's like,
I know what part you're talking about, but
it's
I
like,
don't remember the.
well, am I from a foreign land? Yes. Like, am I brought to a different place? Yes. Is America? Yes. Is against my will? Yes. And he goes, am I the American Negro? And I go, no. And I go, then I must be King Kong. And he throws the fucking card down.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That is very funny.
It's
I
Tarantino.
must be King Kong.
There can only be two options.
I've always said King Kong is more of a metaphor for Jesus, because he was all praised and loved, and then somebody else took him and chained him and beat the fuck out of him. In Jesus' case, it was whips. In King Kong's case, it was airplanes. Because you see the imagery, he's up like this. King Kong is, you know? I'm just saying.
That's an interesting take.
That was my take.
I like that one.
I just need to see that.
Well, he was already a god, you know, on Skull Island.
King Kong is Jesus.
King
Yeah.
Kong is
And Godzilla's the devil.
I'm gonna buy you a T-shirt that says King Kong is
But
Jesus.
that-
Make sure he's in the pose.
Yeah, he's gonna be in the pose. He's gonna be in the pose. It'll say King Kong at the top, and at the bottom it'll say is Jesus.
Can you make it like a theater font, like it's the 30s theater, and it's showing King Kong as Jesus?
it's obviously gonna be like retro themed for sure, 1000%. It's not just gonna be like just regular.
We're gonna be selling these on the
It's gonna be
website, by the way.
Times
Once these are
New
made,
Roman.
they're getting sold on the website. We have a website.
No, we don't have a website.
We're gonna have a website.
I mean, I guess I technically do have a website.
Not for that.
I mean, it could be for this.
Anyways,
All I have to do is just
It's
add.
a website. You can just add pages to it.
Yeah, I can just add a page. It's pretty simple.
It's actually
just go,
way
boop.
simple.
Website.
I never did all that. I probably should actually do
I
that.
can-
I'm
I can
probably
show you
smart.
that.
No, you don't need to. You'll have to pay for it. We should all just.
You're just gonna
focus-
build on my website.
We should all just
Build
build,
on your-
off of
I'm just
one.
gonna add tabs to it every time.
Yeah, just be like, this
Just make
is-
it one big website,
is
and we
Dylan's
each have our
tab.
own tabs.
Dylan, you get one page. Make it count.
Yeah, you get
Alright.
one template. It can only have so many.
I'll just make it so you press a button, it just takes you further down the page.
That's how it works already.
There you go.
You literally click it and then the page just automatically scrolls. I'll have to show it to you when we're done here.
It reminds me of that fucking class I took in high school. I forget what it was called. Multimedia web design? Is that what it was? Did you take that
I
class?
didn't have that fucking class.
No, I didn't.
It sucked. Until I learned that you can just go on his example, copy his fucking his code, throw it on, and then submit it, and then just go back to playing whatever stupid game.
Miniclip.
It was
Canvas
something. It was
Rider.
like splatter. It was like there was like
You
eggs,
just- you
eggs
just
with
copied
shotguns.
Shit down in the fucking-
Eggs with shotguns?
I forget what the fuck it was called. It was some game.
That makes sense.
It was a free to play game.
I was always doing Canvas Rider.
Canvas Rider.
You don't know what that is?
You know what's very fun?
What? Do you know
Potty-
Canvas Rider?
No, I don't. Potty racers.
You don't know what Canvas Rider was? Okay, basically what Canvas Rider was is artists,
Super
not
Saiyan
artists,
thrower.
you can do it, anybody can do it. You just go and you create a track, right? Create just a line track. Think of it like Trials. You ever play Trials?
No.
You're killing me here. You play Trials, right? Think of Trials, but on 2D, black and white, you're a stick figure. It's just stick figure Trials. Basically, they draw a course with a line, and then you're on a stick figure on a bike. And you
Oh.
just...
I have a game.
I think I've played
I
that.
have
Yeah,
a
that
game
sounds
kinda like
super familiar.
Yeah.
It's called like Ultimate
chicken ninja horse or some shit. I don't remember.
Ultimate Chicken Ninja
It's like
Horse.
Mario. Listen, it's like Mario, but like whoever you're playing with, everybody gets a turn, and you all get to place obstacles. And then you all get to play the obstacle course, and then at the end of the round, you get to place more obstacles, and then you go through again, and then you place more obstacles. It looks pretty fucking funny.
Wait.
It looks very.
What
funny.
is this on? Your
Xbox.
phone? It's
It's
on
on
Xbox.
Xbox.
Alright,
We can
well,
play this
we
on
might have
one.
to check it out.
This
We
is
might
on
have to
one
check it out.
screen.
I don't know if we have time tonight, but
Probably not tonight, but I'm just saying. We might have to check it out. Alright, I'm gonna pass this one off to you. We have.
this is gonna be rough.
You can
so-
read it. Yeah, Ryden can't read.
This is 6
You
pages.
can't read.
You can't mumble either. You have to speak. We don't have mics here, so you have to
This is-
speak up.
Yes, I understand. This is 6 pages, right?
That's like I don't even think it's 6 because there's imagery.
Okay, thank
I
God.
think this section I
It's
gave to
violent.
you because there's pop-ups in it.
Alright, good. Cat and mouse in partnership. A certain cat had made the acquaintance of a mouse, and had said so much to her about the great love and friendship she felt for her. At that length, the mouse agreed that they should live and keep house together. But we must make a provision for winter, or else we shall suffer from hunger, said the cat. And you, little mouse, cannot venture everywhere, or you will be caught in a trap some day. The good advice was followed, and a pot of fat was brought, but they did not know where to put it. At length, after much consideration, the cat said, I know no place where it will be better stored up than in the church, for no one dares take anything away from there. We will set it beneath the altar and not touch it until we are really in need of it. So the pot was placed in safety. But it was not long before the cat had a great longing for it, and said to the mouse, I want to tell you something. Little mouse, my cousin has brought a little son into the world, and has asked me to be the godmother. He is white with brown spots, and I am to hold him at the christening. Let me go out today, and you look after the house by yourself. Yes, yes, answered the mouse. By all means go, and if you get anything very good, think of me. I should like a drop of sweet red christening wine too. All this, however, was untrue. The cat had no cousin, and had not been asked to be the godmother. She went straight to the church, stole the pot of fat, began to lick at it, and licked the top of the fat off. Then she took a walk upon the roofs of the town, looked out for opportunities, and then stretched herself in the sun and licked her lips. Whenever she thought of the pot of fat, and not until it was evening. Whenever she thought of the pot of fat, and not until it was evening, did she return home. Well, here you are again, said the mouse. No doubt you had a merry day. All went off well, answered the cat. What name did they give the child? Top off, said the cat quite coolly. Top off? Cried the mouse. That is a very odd and uncommon name. It is unusual in your family. Is it a usual one in your family? What does it signify, said the cat. It is... what? I'm lost in my own sauce. I thought the mouse was talking.
This is why you get the shortest sections.
Woo! Okay. What does it... What does it signify, said the cat. It is not worse than crumb stealer, as your godchildren are called. Before long, the cat was seized by another fit of longing. She said to the mouse, oh, you must do me a favor and once more manage the house for a day alone. I am again asked to be godmother, and as the child has a white ring around its neck, I cannot refuse. The good mouse consented, But the cat crept behind the town walls to the church and devoured half the pot of fat. Nothing ever seems so good as what one keeps to oneself, said she, and was quite satisfied with her day's work. When she went home, the mouse inquired, "And what was this child christened?" "Half done," answered the cat. "Half done? What are you saying? I've never heard a name like that in my life. I'll wager anything it's not in the calendar." What the fuck is this mouse on about? I don't think this mouse understands English. It's not my fault, it's the mouse.
Yeah, if we ever do a live reenactment or a play or something, we have to do this and make Ryden play the mouse.
Oh, it'd be like that show from Comedy Central, Drunk History.
Oh, what is that?
You ever watch that show?
No.
So basically, they'd get a comedian drunk, right? And then as he's drunk, he's telling a story about some historical event, and they're reenacting it live. And whenever he gives dialogue where he's like, and they said something like, "Oh, hello, this bloke done fucked it up," they would have the reenactors as the actor mouth those words exactly how they fucking said it. It's fucking amazing.
I mean, Shane Gillis basically just does drunk history every time he has a couple of beers.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Imagine that, but it's a whole show
It sounds rather entertaining.
with reenactments.
Alright, anyway, this mouse is fucked up. He can't speak right.
He had the wrong crumbs.
He makes no sense.
Snorting crumbs.
I guess his vocab is just too advanced for me. The cat's mouth soon began to water for some more licking.
My mouth waters for licking.
Whoo! "All good things go in threes," said she. "I am asked to stand godmother again. The child is quite black." Pause.
Whoa, dude.
Only it has white paws. Only it has white paws, but with that exception, it has not a single white hair on its whole body.
I can't tell if this cat is trying to say that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Ooh, that's where I'm at right now. I'm like, this cat.
This cat's racist. This is a racist ass cat.
This only happens once every few years. You will let me go, won't you? "Top half, half done," answered the mouse. "They are such odd names. They make me very thoughtful." "You sit at home," said the cat, "in your dark gray fur coat and long tail, and are filled with fancies. That's because you do not go out in the daytime." Nobody knows English in this fairy tale. During the cat's absence, the mouse cleaned the house. I don't like you, book. And put in order. During the cat's absence, the mouse cleaned the house and put in order, but the greedy cat entirely emptied the pot of fat. When everything is eaten up, no one has some peace. When everything is eaten up, one has some peace, said she to herself, and well filled and fat, she did not return home till night. The mouse at once asked what name had been given to the third child. "It will not please you."
Show us the picture, dude.
Okay.
We want to see the pictures. I'm only here for the pictures.
The cat crept behind the walls.
Oh, it's a cat on a catwalk. I don't
You
think
probably
that's-
can't see that at all, but
A for effort. I'll put them up on the screen.
it will not please you more than the others, said the cat. "He is called All Gone." "All Gone!" cried the mouse. "That is the most suspicious name of all. I have never seen it in print. All gone? What can that mean?" And she shook her head, curled herself up, and lay down to sleep. From this time forth no one invited the cat to be godmother, but when the winter had come and there was no longer anything to be found outside, the mouse thought of their provision and said, "Come, cat, we will go to our pot of fat, which we have stored up for ourselves. We shall enjoy that." "Yes," answered the cat, "you will enjoy it as much as you would enjoy sticking that dainty tongue of yours out the window." What does that mean?
Like out the window, like, you know, you just catch all the air. Like a dog.
I guess. Alright. Have you done this, Tyler? You seem experienced.
And sticking my tongue out the window?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Every time I drive.
That's all I needed to know. How many... That's Bug City.
Protein.
They set out on their way, but when they arrived, the pot of fat certainly was still in its place, but it was empty. "Alas," said the mouse, "now I see what has happened. Now it comes to light. You are a true friend. You have devoured all when you were standing godmother. First top off, then half done, then..." "Will you hold your tongue?" cried the cat. "One word more and I will eat you too." All gone was already on the poor mouse's lips. Scarcely had spoken it before. The cat sprang on her, seized her, and swallowed her down. Verily, that is the way of the world. That was brutal.
Is that it?
Yep.
The cat eats the mouse? Sophie, what are you doing?
This says the
The
next.
cat is joining the story.
Okay. Alright, I understand I butchered that. For anybody that watches that in the future, we're on story number 3. That's
Dude, I'm
on Dylan.
gonna make so many clips.
This cat is just a greedy bitch.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
the summary.
Most cats.
And then ate the mouse. There you go.
The cat crept behind the town walls to the church.
Pay attention to snakes and cats.
And cats.
Especially this fucking cat.
Yeah, she's fucking
Yeah,
gonna
she's a
get you,
fucking
dude.
feisty
Fuck
bitch,
with the
man.
cat. Don't fuck with the cat.
Yeah,
Ooh,
she's
she's gonna fuck you up.
I can't even pet her. She fucking attacked
Well,
me.
yeah, look at her. She's all fucking pissed right now. Let her
She's
go.
always
You sound
pissed.
like Nani. I'm not even sure it's a dog. I can't even pet it. I don't know why she's Irish.
Sophie.
I made Nani Irish, not
Why are you
Hawaiian.
being fucking rude?
Hey.
I've never met a cat that won't run from me, but will just fuck me up if I try to
Carrie.
pet it.
Carrie would do that.
Carrie loved me, dude.
Yeah, but I'm saying she wouldn't run from you. She'd just fuck you up.
No, that cat never fucked me up.
Well, I'm just saying she would.
That cat was my buddy.
Yeah, your buddy. She'd fuck you up. She'd hold her ground. You know, it's something about fatter cats. Once they get a little plump.
Was she that fat?
Carrie? Not this fat. No. No. We never had to put Carrie on a diet. You, on the other hand. Yeah, you heard me.
Yeah, bro.
You're. Oh, I called her fat and she starts growling at me?
Damn. Sophie needs a mic.
Yeah, for real. Get
Holy
Sophie a
shit, bro.
Oh, you fucking calm down.
I hope
Sheesh, goodness.
I hope you could hear that if your audio's
Chill.
all the way turned up.
I'm gonna figure it out because Sophie does not like being called
brat.
fat apparently.
Fucking brat.
Hey, she apparently understands you because I've been calling her fat since she got in the car, and I think she hates me.
Well, yeah, probably. I mean, me and her are pretty cool. We share seats, but when she was trying to figure out how to get up to you earlier, she was climbing all over me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as if I wasn't here. It was.
I still can't.
She dug her claws into my leg. I
Was
like,
she
"Ow."
like this before?
Here and there. It kind of depends. She's probably just stressed out.
What,
You're
like
still
angry
new-
was? Or
Well,
like
she's still getting used.
attitude-wise?
I think she's still getting used to her environment.
Oh,
She
for
keeps
sure.
getting in fights with fucking Michigan and all that.
Yeah, they'll get over it. They'll acclimate.
Then and she only just now figured out how to get up to the damn beds.
Yeah, as long as we leave that chair over there.
Yeah, leave the chair by the dresser and she
You
get up.
got your own room in the house, kitty. You're safe.
All right, dilly dilly.
They don't come
What do we
back
got?
here.
Are we gonna do one more?
Sure. I need a beer though.
I can assist with that. Here, I'll give you this one. So, watch your tail. I gotta enter the cove. The beer cove. Beep beep. I'll take it. You want a fucking... Do you want Armadillo or do you want a highlight? You don't have limes.
Just, well, there's no limes.
Well, I mean, you do, but it's a bit of a process.
Just give me a highlight for the
Got
moment. Thanks, eh?
So, what's your tail, love? I will.
Oh,
Do you want it pinched? I didn't think so.
Okay.
You hush.
One more story. Alright, Dylan's gonna smoke me in reading, I just know it.
I'm gonna do what?
You're gonna smoke him in reading.
Dude, when they called me in class, I was always ready. Just because I didn't want to be that idiot who just got caught sleeping and be like, "What page are we on?"
That was me.
I was always half decent when that happened, even off guard.
No, I was always like, so I hated reading in high school for the most part.
I'm pretty sure I did not read a single book after elementary school for a class.
I don't know if you still have.
That's,
Name one book you've finished since.
I haven't. This is a fact. I have not finished a book since like elementary school.
How cool though! The first book you'll finish will be your brother's.
That is kind of cool.
That is pretty cool. We'll get you back into reading.
No.
I'll have you reading scripts in no time.
All right.
Scripts are
You
different.
might like reading
Well, I
scripts. They're like a quarter of the fucking word.
I have
I like audiobooks.
audio. Yeah, but I mean, the scripts are usually screenplays and whatnot.
Screenplays
I have
are really easy
the
to
Royal
read.
Tenenbaums over here. You can read that.
The what?
The Royal Tenenbaums.
What is that?
What? Wes Anderson? You don't know the Royal Tenenbaums?
Can't say I do.
Okay. Wait.
I need to catch up on my auteurs. I know.
Wait. Which Wes Anderson movies have you seen? Important question.
I forget what the name of the one was. I think it's Sunrise.
Describe it to
I
me.
think it's Sunrise Kingdom. Or
Moonrise
something?
Kingdom.
Moonrise Kingdom.
Fantastic movie.
I've seen that one.
Fantastic movie. Your girlfriend stabbed me with lefty scissors. Fantastic movie.
I can't think of any others off the top of my head, but I'm sure I've seen at least.
Any Wes Anderson movie is
was he a
fantastic.
good dog?
Was he a good dog?
Who's to say?
Any of them are great to watch while you're tripping.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
the color palettes are fantastic and everything's filmed symmetrically.
Everything's symmetrical, yes. Yes.
So it's like, and the humor. And the humor is so fun. What?
I fucking...
Did you geek on one?
one of the bad trips was on Mr. Fantastic Fox.
Really?
Yeah.
Fantastic Mr. Fox?
Yeah.
No way, dude. When he starts describing Whack-Bat, I'm in tears every time. Fucking...
It is very funny. I don't know. I think I probably took a little too much, but
Yeah, that's probably more likely.
yeah, probably.
Or
yeah.
you didn't wait to settle in before you like. Sometimes
I probably just threw it on
Sometimes you
right
just gotta
away.
pause. Sometimes you gotta pause and take a breather. You need fresh air.
Yeah.
Instead. I feel like you probably were starting to get a little woozy, and then you just hunkered down and were like, "No, I can do this."
I don't remember what happened.
You gotta change the environment, dude.
I don't remember what happened.
You
I
gotta
know I
learn.
wasn't moving around a lot.
Yep, there's that. You gotta feel it. You gotta feel it out, brother. You gotta ride the wave.
I like to sink.
Yeah, well, you can't force it.
Yeah.
You gotta read it. Sometimes the trip wants to take you on a trip that you're not ready to trip for.
Yeah. It's
You
different.
gotta let it, brother. Brother. R.I.P. To the Hogster.
I'll drink the Hogan.
drink
Drink
to the Hulkster, brother.
Drink to the Hogster, dude. Terrible guy.
Terrible, yeah.
Terrible man.
Harry Bollea. That's the man.
All right, Dilly Dilly.
All right,
Let's wrap us up.
number 3. Do it for Dale.
Dale Earnhardt.
That's it.
Raise hell. Praise Dale.
What is that from?
Dale Earnhardt Jr., baby. That's NASCAR.
Nope, nothing.
He don't know shit,
Did-
Dilly. He's
There
got
you
the
go.
jacket on.
I got the jacket right here. Number 3. Which side is it on? Is it on this one? There it is. There's the 3.
There's the
Yeah.
3.
Okay.
I don't know if I get it.
Is
There's the 3.
Is he just?
It's right there.
Is he just NASCAR Tom Brady?
I'm not gonna have no.
If
fucking
Tom
clue.
Brady died on the field, yeah.
Oh, okay.
If the greatest of all time died on the field, yes, that would be Dale Earnhardt.
I don't know anything about
Okay.
Dale besides the phrase. And when I was at a country concert one time, I got drunk with somebody and we kept screaming it because it was funny.
It is funny.
To slam a Miller while you're standing shirtless on the back of a tailgate of a Ford F-150 outside of a fucking Dierks Bentley concert, and you just crush a Miller and scream "Raise Hail" and praise Dale.
It doesn't seem right if you're doing it on the tailgate of a Ford, though, because Dale Earnhardt always drove a Chevy.
That's fair, but I don't actually know if it was a Ford. It was just the first American.
You weren't paying
truck.
attention. Fair enough.
I mean, I have a video of it. I can find it. We can fact check.
You do that later.
Okay. Point is, it's fun to say. That's all I got. It's the
Raise
as
Hail,
far as
praise
my
Dale.
knowledge- Yeah, that's as far as
I'll
my
drink to
knowledge
that,
goes.
too.
Okay.
Alright.
All right, Dilly.
Okay.
So if you want some beer, Shoney's.
Is Kitty?
She's on a non-alcoholic diet.
That's true.
Oh,
Sorry,
she
Soph.
is interested.
She
No,
just-
don't let her do it.
She just wants to know what it is. Anyways, this is the story of the youth who went forth to learn what fear was. I'm really trying not to do the fucking English accent at the moment.
It's tough. It's tough. It
But
gets real
when
tough.
you word it like this, it's impossible.
It does.
Fuck. All right. A certain father had 2 sons, the elder of whom was sharp and sensible and could do nothing. Or, excuse me, he could do everything. Yeah. He could do everything. But the younger was stupid and could neither learn nor understand anything. And when people saw him, they said, "There's a fellow who will give his father some trouble." When anything had to be done, it was always the elder who was forced to do it. But if his father bade him fetch anything when it was late, or in the nighttime, the way led through the churchyard, or any other dismal place, he answered, "Oh no, father, I'll not go there. It makes me shudder." For he was afraid.
It makes me timber shiver.
For he was afraid. Or, when stories were told by the fire at night, which made the flesh creep, the listeners often said, "Oh, it makes us shudder." The younger sat in a corner and listened with the rest of them, and could not imagine what they could mean. They're always saying, "It makes me shudder, it makes me shudder." "It does not make me shudder," thought he.
Can visibly see
"That
her
too
now.
must be an art of which I understand nothing." Now it came to pass that his father said to him one day, "Hearken to me, thou fellow in the corner there. Thou art growing tall and strong. Thou art too must learn something by which thou canst earn the living. Look how thy brother works, but thou dost not even learn thy salt." "Well, father," he replied,
Well, father.
"I am quite willing to learn something. Indeed, if it could be managed, I should like to learn how to shudder.
What is it with shuddering?
I don't understand it at all yet." The elder brother smiled when he heard that and thought to himself, "Good God, what a blockhead that brother of mine is.
I think that every day.
He will never be good for
Hey.
anything as long as he lives."
What the fuck?
"He who learns to be sickle must bend themselves bedtimes." Betimes? 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 I don't know what the fuck that means.
How's it
What?
spelled?
Is that like sometimes?
Let me see it.
It's B-E times.
What did you say right before that?
Between this.
He who wants to be sickle must bend himself betimes. Say sometimes? I don't know.
From time to time.
From time to time. That's
I'd wager.
sometimes.
Between times.
Yeah, sometimes.
Between times. Ah, there you go.
Between
Betimes.
times?
Betimes.
Times.
What is between times? Is this person bending space-time continuum?
Oh, he's got superpowers, yeah.
If that's what he wants to learn, that's a hell of a gift right there. That'd be pretty
I'd
cool.
wager it's like sometimes between times.
If
Sometimes.
somebody
From
could
time to time.
explain betimes to me, that'd be great.
I'm gonna add a vocab of the fucking...
Just grab a fucking dictionary.
Yeah, because I have one of those on hand.
Well, yeah. You might.
I don't.
Well, I ought to get one.
I have one on my phone.
We got
I
one.
have the Merriam-Webster word of the day.
You know, we should get a dictionary. We should strap it to Sophie, and if we're lucky enough, she'll walk over and we can grab it from her.
Like a little messenger squirrel.
But a
cat.
big one.
A fucking big one.
Alright.
Anywho.
Betimes.
The father sighed and answered him, "Thou shalt soon learn what it is to shudder, but thou wilt not earn thy living by that." Soon after this, the sexton came to the house on a visit. The father bewailed his trouble and told him how his younger son was so backward in every aspect that he knew nothing and learnt nothing. "Just think," said he, "when I asked him how he was going to earn his bread, he actually wanted to learn to shudder."
What is shuddering?
It's fear. Like, oh.
He wanted to fear?
The whole point of the story is the kid wants to learn how... He goes forth to learn how to...
The story of the
afraid.
youth who went forth to learn what fear was. That's the name of the story. He's trying to learn to shudder.
Okay.
Yeah.
What a goal.
I mean, it's... You know what? I feel like it's doable.
I'm scared every
He
day.
can do
What
it.
you
I feel
mean?
like as long as he's not a psychopath, he could do it.
He might be a psychopath.
Could be a psychopath. It's a riddle.
Yeah?
No, it's not a riddle.
Oh, okay.
"If that be all," replied the sexton, "he can learn that with me. Send him to me, and I will soon polish him."
Phrasing.
That's Is that like Scared Straight, but in like the 17th century, or?
17th century scared straight. Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
what that is.
All right. Where was that? The father was glad to do it, for he thought, "It will train the boy a little." The sexton therefore took him into his house, and he had to ring the bell. After a day or two, the sexton awoke him at midnight.
The sex? Woke him at
Saxton.
midnight?
It's sexton.
Okay.
It's Sexton?
It's with an E, yeah.
I thought it
The
was
sex
an
woke him at midnight.
I wasn't fucking with
Nice.
you. I mean, that's what it says. I mean, we all get woken up with a morning wood or two. It happens. We don't have a sexton to come around. The sexton therefore took him into his house, and he had to ring the bell. After a day or two, the sexton awoke him at midnight and bade him arise and go up into the church tower and ring the bell. "Thou shalt soon learn what shuddering is," thought he, and secretly went there before him. And when the boy was at the top of the tower and turned round and was just going to take hold of the bell rope, he saw a white figure standing at the stairs opposite to the sounding hole. "Who is there?" cried he. But the figure made no reply and did not move or stir. "Give an answer," cried the boy, "or take thyself off. Thou hast no business here at night." The sexton, however, remained standing motionless, that the boy might thought he was a ghost. The boy cried a second time, "What dost thou want here? Speak if thou art an honest fellow, or I will throw thee down the steps." The sexton thought, he can't intend to be as bad as his words, uttered no sound, and stood as if he were made of stone. Then the boy called to him for the third time, and as that was also to no purpose, he ran against him and pushed the ghost down the stairs, so that it fell down 10 steps and remained lying there in a corner. Thereupon he rang the bell, went home, and without saying a word went to bed and fell asleep. The sexton's wife waited a long time for her husband, but he did not come back. At length she became uneasy, and wakened the boy and asked, "Dost thou not know where my husband is? He went up in the tower before thou didst."
Didst.
No, I don't know," replied the boy. "But someone was standing by the sounding hole on the other side of the steps, and as he would neither give an answer nor go away, I took him for a scoundrel and threw him downstairs. Just go there and you'll see if it was he. Fucking hell. I shall be sorry if it were." Damn, that's kind of fucked. He just killed somebody. I don't know who the fuck it was. I'll just wander off now.
This guy's definitely a psychopath.
Dick fuck. Jesus. The woman ran away and found her husband, who was lying moaning in the corner and had broken his leg. She carried him down, then with loud screams she hastened to the boy's father. "Your boy," cried she, "had she been the cause of a great misfortune? He has thrown my husband down the steps and made him break his leg. Take the good-for-nothing fella away from our house." The father was terrified and ran thither and scolded the boy. "What wicked tricks are these?" said he. "The devil must have put this into thy head." "Father," he replied, "do listen to me. I am quite innocent. I was standing there by night, like one who was intending to do some evil. I did not know what it was, and I entreated him 3 times either to speak or to go away." "Ah," said the father, "I have nothing but unhappiness with thee. Go out of my sight, and I will see thee no more." "Yes, father, right willingly. Wait only until it was day. Then will I go forth and learn how to shudder. Then I shall at any rate understand one art which will support me." Alright, I'm getting tired of this act, so I'm going to stop doing it now. "Learn what thou wilt," spake the father. "It is all the same to me. Here are 50 thalers for thee. Damn. Take these and go into the wide world, and tell no one from whence thou comest and who is thy father, for I have reason to be ashamed of thee." "Yes, father, it shall be as you will. If you desire nothing more than that, I can easily keep it in mind." How long is this story, by the way?
This is the longest one. This is the 11-pager.
Fuck, alright.
You can phone in a friend, Dylan.
Alright, give me a minute. How many pages I do already? Shit. "When day dawned, therefore, the boy put his 50 thalers into his pocket and went forth on the great highway, and continually said to himself, If I could but shudder! If I could but shudder!" Then a man approached who heard this conversation which the youth was holding with himself, and when they had walked a little farther to where they could see the gallows, the man said to him, "Look, there is the tree where 7 men have married the rope maker's daughter, and are now learning how to fly." Like Pink Floyd. Sit down below it, and wait till night comes, and thou wilt soon learn how to shudder." "If that is all that is wanted," answered the youth, "it is easily done. But if I learn how to shudder as quickly as that, thou shalt have my 50 thalers. Just come back to me early in the morning." Then the youth went to the gallows, sat down below it, and waited until evening came. As he was cold, he lighted himself a fire, but at midnight the wind blew so sharply that in spite of his fire he could not get warm. And the wind knocked the hanged man against each other, and he moved backwards and forwards. He thought to himself, "Thou shiverest below the fire, but how those above must freeze and suffer." As he felt pity for them, he raised the ladder, climbed up, unbound one of them after the other, and brought down all 7. Then he stirred the fire, blew it, and set them all around it to warm themselves. But they sat there and did not stir, and the fire caught their clothes. So he said, "Take care, or I will hang you up again." The dead men, however, did not hear, were quite silent, and let their rags go on burning. This is really fucked up. This is psychopath shit.
I'm telling you, he's a psycho.
On this he grew angry and said, "If you will not take care, I cannot help you. I will not be burnt with you." And he hung them up again, each in his turn. Then he sat down by his fire and fell asleep. And next morning the man came to him and wanted to have the 50 thalers, and said, "Well, dost thou know how to shudder?" "No," answered he. "How was I to get to know? Those fellows up there did not open their mouths, and were so stupid that they let the few old rags that they had on their bodies get burnt." Then the man saw that he would not carry away the 50 thalers that day, and went along saying, "One of this kind has never come in my way before." The youth likewise went his way, and once more began to mutter to himself, "Ah, if I could but shudder. Ah, if I could but shudder.
Butt shudder.
But shudder." A wagoner who was striding behind him heard that and asked, "Who art thou?" "I don't know," answered the youth. Then the wagoner asked, "From whence cometh thou?" "I know not." "Who is thy father?" "That I may not tell thee." "What is it that thou art always muttering between thy teeth?" "Ah," replied the youth, "I do so wish I could shudder, but no one can teach me how to do it."
Have to do it.
"Come up, thy foolish chatter," said the wagoner. "Come with me, I will see about a place for thee." The youth went to the wagoner, and in the evening they arrived at the inn, or at an inn, you know, like a hotel.
Yeah. Two ends.
That's it. That's the one. Where they wished to pass the night. Then at the entrance of the room, the young again said quite loudly, "If I could but shudder, if I could but shudder,
Butt shudder.
but shudder,
That's what you should name this one.
Butt shudder.
but shudder." Good one. The host, who heard that, laughed and said, "If that is your desire, there ought to be a good opportunity for you here." "Ah, be silent," said the host. "So many inquisitive persons have already lost their lives. It would be a pity and a shame if such beautiful eyes as these should never see the daylight again." But you said, "However difficult it may be, I will learn it, and for this purpose indeed have I journeyed forth." He let the host have no rest until the latter told him that not far from thence stood a haunted castle where anyone could very easily learn what shuddering was, if he would but watch in it for 3 nights. The king had promised that he would should have his daughter to wife, and she was the most beautiful maiden the sun shone on. Great treasures likewise lay in the castle, which were guarded by evil spirits, and these treasures would then be freed, and would make a poor man rich enough. Oh, that's the end of the sentence. I thought there was more to it. Already many men had gone into the castle, but as yet none had come out again. Then the youth went next morning to the king and said that if he were allowed, he would watch 3 nights in the enhanced castle. The king looked at him, and as the youth pleased him, he said, "Thou mayest ask for 3 things to take into the castle with thee, but they must be things without life." Then he answered, "Then I asked for a fire, a turning lathe, and a cutting board with a knife." The king had these things carried into the castle for him during the day. When night was drawing near, the youth went up and made himself a bright fire in one of the rooms, placed the cutting board and the knife beside it, and seated himself by the turning lathe. "Ah, if I could but shudder," said he. "But I shall not learn it here either." Towards midnight, he was about to poke his fire, and as he was blowing it, something cried suddenly from one corner. Alright, I'm going to say this. "Ah, meow! How cold we are!" "You simpletons," cried he. "What are you crying about? If you are cold, come and take a seat by the fire and warm yourselves." And we had said that 2 great black cats came with one tremendous leap and sat down on each side of him and looked savagely at him with their fiery eyes. What's up with the cats?
They're black cats.
A lot of cats.
A lot of cats.
A lot of cats.
They're eating the cats and the dogs.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. I saw the video of the Haitians. A whole new meaning to puppy chow.
That was crazy.
That's foul.
Anyways, back to the story. After a short time, when they had warmed themselves, they said, "Comrade, shall we not have a game at cards?" "Why not?" he replied. "But show me your paws." Then they stretched out their claws. "Oh," said he, "what long nails you have. Wait, I must first cut them a little for you." He's a fucking veterinarian now? Alright. Thereupon he seized them by the throats, putting them on the cutting board, and screwed their feet fast. Alright, well, spoke too soon. Answers that. "I have looked at your fingers," said he, and my fancy for card playing has gone." And he struck them dead and threw them into the water. Holy fuck, dude.
Dude, the Brothers Grimm is dark. If you haven't figured that out.
Yeah.
What?
But when
Why?
He knew they were evil.
Sweet. Okay.
He
Well,
gutted
yeah,
them
that's-
before they were going to get him.
pretty much.
Oh.
I mean, realistically, it does
They
make
say
sense.
Hold on, they say big black cats. Am I supposed to picture like a bigger?
Like a panther?
Yeah, that's.
Nah, I'd say
I wasn't,
like
but
Sophie
you could.
would.
Huh?
Like Sophie.
Like a savannah cat, maybe.
Like a really big fat.
Maybe
black
like a
cat.
savannah cat.
Like somewhere
yeah.
like that in between of like a big and a small
Like a
cat.
circle.
There you go.
Like a serval. Like an all black serval.
A panther.
No.
They're not that big.
Panthers aren't servals.
Panthers are big.
They're not as big as you think they are.
They
might be.
You know what a panther is, right?
Yeah, they might be a little bigger than a fucking serval.
What
They're-
are you
what are
talking
you
about?
on,
No,
dude?
Ryan, a
Servals are
panther is a
lean as
fucking
fuck.
jaguar, dude.
Yeah, it's just a black jaguar.
No, panthers and jaguars are different.
Yeah, no, they aren't. It's just a panther's a black jaguar. Go ahead, look it up right now.
I will.
A panther is a black jaguar.
I will accept defeat, like a man.
Then
Right.
you don't have a choice.
Ryan, this is live. It's in 4.
They're not even all black.
This is
you
in
can
1080.
see their
This is in
spots.
1080p. You're gonna be wrong, mate.
You're about to be incorrect in high definition.
That's right. Like a Blu-ray.
If you see them up close, you can still see the leopard spots. They're regal, elegant creatures, but jaguars nonetheless.
Okay, so I've come across some very valuable information.
And that is?
Panther is the term used for dark-skinned jaguars. And leopards.
Yes, also leopards. It does apply to leopards as well.
I didn't know it applied to leopards.
Yeah.
I knew the jaguars.
I don't think- I think cheetah- I think-
Panther is basically just a leopard or jaguar slur.
No,
not a slur.
It's not a slur.
It is what they are. They are midnight leopards and midnight jaguars.
That's
Not cheetahs,
badass,
though.
by the way.
I don't think there's cheetahs.
Yo, we
Do they
should
have
call
cheetah
Rockcliffe
versions?
Midnight.
Midnight.
Ruined my funny.
It's because your funny sucked. Panthers, they're way cooler than jaguars. Regular jaguars.
Hold on.
It's like the inverse albino.
Jesus Christ. I've got a lot of reading to do. I should probably continue.
Yeah, hit it.
You were proven wrong. Let's move on. But when he made away, but when he had made away with these two, and was about to sit down by the fire, out from every hole and corner came black cats and black dogs with red hot chains, and more of them came until he could no longer stir, and they yelled horribly and got on his fire, pulled it to pieces, and wanted to put it out. He watched them for a while quietly, but at last, when they were going too far, he seized his cutting knife and cried, "Away with ye, vermin!" and began to cut them down.
Okay, I'm totally wrong.
Part.
I dug.
Part of them ran away, and others he killed and threw into the fish pond. I didn't know there was a fish pond. That would have been nice.
Wait, what did he throw into the fish pond?
He threw some of them that he killed.
The animals.
Oh, how many animals did he kill?
Several.
I don't know. It didn't specify.
Several vermin he's sliced.
In the heat of the
diced.
moment, he probably thought it was 7. It was probably more like 2.5.
Yeah.
Where the fuck was I? Here we go. When he came back, he blew up the embers of his fire again and warmed himself. And as he thus sat, his eyes would keep open no longer, and he felt a desire to sleep. Then he looked round and saw a great bed in the corner. "This is the very thing for me," he said, and got into it. When he was just going to shut his eyes, however, the bed began to move of its own accord and went over the whole of the castle. "That's right," said he, "but go faster." Then the bed rolled on as if 6 horses were harnessed to it, up and down, over thresholds and steps, with suddenly hop, hop. It turned over upside down and lay on him like a mountain. But he threw quilts and pillows in the air, got out and said, "Now, anyone who likes may drive." The fuck? And lay down by his fire and slept till his day. The fucking bed turned to a roller coaster, flipped over, tried to kill him. Fuck, no matter. Just go to bed.
So it doesn't shudder.
Floor do. Jesus Christ. This guy is a legend. You know
He
what?
is a
I was
bit of a
wrong about him
legend.
too. Anyhow. In the morning the king came, and when he saw him lying there on the ground, he thought the spirits had killed him and he was dead. Then said he, "After all, it is a pity. He is a handsome man." The youth heard it, got up and said, "It has not come to that yet." Then the king was astonished but very glad, and asked how he had fared. "Very well indeed," answered he. "One night is over, the 2 others will get past. Well, the 2 others will get over otherwise." Then he went to the innkeeper, who opened his eyes very wide and said, "I never expected to see thee alive again. Hast thou learnt to shudder yet?" "No," said he. "It is all in vain. If someone would but tell me." The second night, he again went up to the old castle, sat by the fire, and once more began his old song, "If I could shudder." When midnight came, an uproar and noise of tumbling about was heard. At first it was low, but it grew louder and louder. Then it was quiet for a while, and at length, with a loud scream, half a man came down the chimney and fell before him, and said, "Ho, ho, ho." No, he didn't say that. It says, "Hallo," cried he.
Hello.
That was better.
Hello.
Hello. Another half belongs to this. This is too little. These are still in quotes. Then the uproar began again. There was a roaring and howling. The other half fell down likewise. "Wait," said he. "I will just blow up this fire a little for thee." When he had done that and looked round again, the 2 pieces were joined together, and a frightful man was sitting in its place. "That is no part of our bargain," said the youth. "The bench is mine." He's like a fucking homeless dude. "It's my fucking bench."
This is my bench, bitch.
The man wanted to push him away. The youth, however, would not allow that, but thrust him off with all his strength, and seated himself again in his own place. Then still more men fell down, one after the other. They brought 9 dead men's legs and 2 skulls, and set them up and played at 9 pins with them. The youth also wanted to play, and said, "Hark you, can I join you?" "Yes, if thou hast any money." "Money enough," replied he, but your balls are not quite round." Then he took the skulls and put them in the lathe and turned them till they were round. I was wondering what the lathe was for. I'm glad we got back to that.
Ball smoothing.
"Mavis, your balls are filthy. Put them in the ball washer." I gotta work on that. There, now they will roll better," said he. "Hurrah! Now it goes merrily. He'd play with them and lost some of his money, but when it struck 12, everything vanished from his sight. He lay down and quietly fell asleep. Next morning the king came to inquire about him. "How has it fared with thee this time?" asked he. "I have been playing at 9 pins," he answered, "and have lost a couple of farthings." "Hast thou not shuddered then?" "Eh, what?" said he. "I have made merry. If I did but know what it is to shudder." The third night he sat down again on his bench and said, quite sadly, "If I could but shudder." But it grew late. 6 tall men came in and brought a coffin. Then said he, "Ha ha! This is certainly my little cousin, who only died a few days ago." And he beckoned with his finger and cried, "Come, little cousin, come." They placed the coffin on the ground, but he went to it and took the lid off, and a dead man lay therein. He felt his face, but it was cold as ice. "Stop," said he, "I will warm thee a little," and went to the fire and warmed his hand and laid it on the dead man's face, but he remained cold. This is an illustration for dogs and cats from earlier.
The dogs
When they were
and
coming out,
cats.
they decided to place it
The cats look
3 fucking pages later
very
or something.
It's raining cats and dogs.
There you go. If you can fucking see that. Anyways,
Hallelujah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
it says here for the description, out from every hole and corner came black cats and dogs. So that's what that is. They look kind of demonic, honestly.
I would imagine.
Well, the dogs...
Those are hellhounds.
Fetch me, little soul.
Exactly.
Then he took him out and sat down by the fire and laid him on his breast and rubbed his arms so that the blood might circulate again. As this also did no good, he thought to himself, when 2 people lie in bed together, they warm each other, and carried him to the bed, covered him over, and lay down by him. After a short time, the dead man became warm too and began to move. Alright. Then said the youth, "See, little cousin, have I not warmed thee?" The dead man, however, got up and cried, "Now I will strangle thee." "What?" said he. "Is that the way thou'st thank me?" Thou'st thankest me. Okay. "Thou shalt at once go into thy coffin again." And he took him up, threw him in it, and shut the lid. Fuck him, I guess. Then came the 6 men and carried him away again. "I cannot manage to shudder," said he. "I shall never learn it here as long as I live." Then a man entered who was taller than all the others, and looked terrible. He was old, however, and had a long white beard. "Thou wretch," cried he, "thou shalt soon learn what it is to shudder, for thou shalt die." "Not so fast," replied the youth. "If I am to die, I shall have to have a say in it." "I will soon seize thee," said the fiend. "Softly, softly. Do not talk too big. I am so strong as thou art, and perhaps even stronger." "We shall see," said the old man. "If thou art stronger, I will let thee go. Come on, we will try." Then he led by dark passages to a smith's forge, took an axe, and with one blow struck an anvil into the ground. "I can do better than that still," said the youth, and went to the other anvil. The old man placed himself near and wanted to look on, and his white beard hung low. Then the youth seized the axe, split the anvil with one blow, and struck the old man's beard in with it. "Now I have thee," said the youth. "Now it is thou who wilt have to die." Then he seized an iron bar and beat the old man until he moaned and entreated him to stop. He would give him great riches. He would give him great riches? What? Okay. The youth drew out the axe and let him go. The old man led him back into the castle and into a cellar, showed him 3 chests full of gold. "Of these," said he, "one part is for the poor, the other is for the king, the third is thine." In the meantime it struck 12 and the spirit disappeared. The youth therefore was left in darkness. Fuck. "I shall still be better to find my way out," said he, and felt about, found the way into the room, and slept there by his fire. Next morning the king came and said, Now thou must have learnt what shuddering is. No, he answered. What can it be? My dead cousin was here, and a bearded man came and showed me a great deal of money down below, but no one told me what it was to shudder. Then said the king, Thou art delivered to the castle, shalt marry me daughter. That is very well, said he, but still I do not know what it is to shudder. Then the gold was brought up and the wedding celebrated. But howsoever much the young, But howsoever much young king loved his wife, and however happy he was, he still said always, if I could shudder, if I could shudder. And at last she was angry at this. Her waiting maid said, I will find a cure for him. I shall soon learn what it is to... He shall soon learn what it is to shudder. She went out to the stream which followed through the garden, had a whole bucket full of gudgeons brought to her. At night, when the young king was sleeping, his wife was to draw the clothes off him and empty the bucket full of cold water with the gudgeons. Empty the bucket full of cold water with gudgeons in it over him, so that the little fishes would sprawl about him. When this was done, he woke up and cried, Oh, what makes me shudder so? What makes me shudder so, dear wife? Oh, now I know what it is to shudder. Is that the end? No. Wait, what? There's more. Why the fuck would it end so fucking... Alright, well here's a picture here. The youth seized the axe, split the anvil with one blow, and struck the old man's beard. That is really hard to make out, but that is what we're looking at right there. See the picture?
Okay.
There you go. Oh man, you can't really hardly see that at all. But that's what it is. That's what we're dealing with.
Is that the end?
No, we're almost done. There's another picture. What the fuck? Alright, we'll get to that in here in a sec. At length, in her grief, she went out, and the youngest kid ran with her. When they came to the meadows, there lay the wolf by the tree and snored so loud that the branches shook. She looked at him on every side and saw that something was moving and struggling in his gorged body. Ah, heavens, said she. It is possible that my poor children, whom he has swallowed down for his supper, can still be alive.
Wait, hang on a second. Let me see this.
There you go.
Yeah, you skipped a page.
I skipped a page.
That was it.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Once you had 2 pages, I was like, there's no way that's the same story.
We went through all that just so fucking his wife
Yeah,
could
because
basically...
then the wolf and the 7 little kids. As soon as you started reading that, I was like, wait a minute, I know that story. That's different.
Well, you know what? I kind of figured the only way to scare a man is to get him married, so that kind of works. Made sense of it.
Yeah, but it wasn't the marriage that scared him. It was the fucking chill. He had a physical chill that made him shudder.
Yeah,
That's what it
In
means.
cold water.
That's what it means to shudder.
Yeah, we went through all of that just so we could do the fucking...
Yeah, he's a fearless man.
That's kind of like, that's like a fucking Norm Macdonald joke. All that build up for a fucking lame joke.
Whoa, don't you be rocking on Norm Macdonald. That man's hysterical.
I love Norm Macdonald, rest in peace.
Rip.
I just mean that for all the build up, the joke that he gives is like, really, you fucker? You give me all that
he gets you. He
exposition
does get
just
you.
for that? You
Yep.
bastard. This man's never took a cold shower in the morning. That's the moral of the fucking story.
I don't think
He's
they-
probably Indian.
I don't think that they have functioning temperature and heat regulation in order to take a cold shower. I think they're still bathing
Ooh.
in this time period. They're still taking the monthly river bath.
Monthly?
Yeah.
Lovely.
I don't know.
Yeah, imagine.
That was my least
That would
favorite.
suck.
I think my favorite was the frog.
You like the frog?
The
with us?
frog story.
Yeah.
Do we have a favorite? What was your favorite part of the trip, Dora?
Dora.
Boots.
My favorite part of the trip was the cat describing the black...
The black cat.
Yeah.
The racist cat. You like the
That's
racist
fine.
cat? No, but what was your favorite story out of those 3?
Yeah, the frog.
The frog. I
Yeah,
think
I like that the frog got thrown up against the wall.
that was strange. Yeah, I mean none of these stories really make any
These
sense.
first three kind of bombed. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they were tanks for sure.
They're
not-
pretty bad.
That one being the hardest one to get through. See, this is why, like, if I was now imagine reading this solo, without any sort of commentary in between. You just start to fall asleep. It's like, this shit
I was
sucks.
starting to fall asleep while Dylan was just reading.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
pretty
just
lame
so damn. Well, I tried to fucking add some filler in there, but
I didn't.
fuck, dude.
I wasn't blaming you. I was blaming the story.
I was doing my best to be
I was
entertaining.
like, fuck this story. I was like, okay, I get it. This guy isn't scared of anything.
He's scared of nothing.
Fuck.
We get it.
I get it, dude.
It's like, he just took, like, imagine like an 80s movie. It feels like Sly Stallone or like Arnold
I
Schwarzenegger.
get it.
And that was the fucking movie. He'd be like, I do not know how to shudder.
I get it, dude. You're made of testosterone.
Hey, Adrian, how
I
you
don't-
shudder, mate?
I think he just was a psychopath.
Yeah.
I think
No,
he was
definitely.
a psycho. Had no emotions.
Socio.
Sociopath.
Probably.
Psychopath.
One or the other,
I
probably
don't know.
both.
I'm not a psychologist. He was a path.
The wrong path.
He was some sort of path.
The wrong path.
The wrong path.
The wrong path.
Mm.
Yeah.
Aye.
Aye.
Hey.
Alright.
Aye.
Is that it for the night?
Probably, yeah.
Alright. Good, because I gotta piss like a racehorse.
Oh, you have it? Good night, everybody. The nobody.
Until the next chapter.